Craig Matsumoto with Light Reading here at the big communications event in Austin. We're talking with Amir Hussain, Executive Vice President and CTO with CenturyLink. Amir, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for your time, Craig.
So in your keynote, you talked about some of the challenges of transformation. Why don't we start by talking about why you're doing this transformation? You'd mentioned the amount of over-the-top traffic that's coming over your network. It was something like 50 terabytes. I don't remember the number.
A big portion of that 50 terabyte backbone is consumed by consumer traffic that we have no control on.
Yeah,
it's all over the top.
And you don't get to monetize that either.
Absolutely not.
So that's got to be a lot of fun.
Nah, not really fun, but we're spending money. We like to be able to use that to provide the best service to our customers. At the same time, we're all in it for a business. Mm-hmm. And we need to monetize some of that.
So you're transforming on a number of fronts. Could you pick two or three to summarize for us here? What needs to change inside of CenturyLink?
I think three key things. One, customer experience, because the journey starts with the customer, ends with the customer. Uh-huh. That means how they buy services from us, how they interact with us, how they use what service they want, where. All that is a part of that customer experience.
Okay.
And that also requires us to simplify our products. So going from hundreds of products to a few key products.
Right, because you have acquisitions.
We have all these acquisitions, exactly. Yeah. And then using those products to build solutions for our customers, or better yet, giving the customer ability to pull the right solution using platform.
Okay.
So that's the second thing. The third thing is, besides technology, which is paramount to all this, and we've talked a little bit earlier about SD and NFV in my talk, what's really important is how we embrace technology and how fast we are able to make that change within our own culture and with our customers, because it's a journey for us as much as a journey for our customers. Right. And they have to embrace this too, and we need to give them the tools to do that, or we don't have 3 years to do it. This is every sprint we are putting out so many features. Right. We are getting customer feedback and reiterating. So agility, DevOps, all those things are important.
Okay, and it is a huge cultural change to become basically a software company. How far along are you with that?
So today, 60% of our key network services, things like Ethernet, security, session border controls, and other things that we use to provide services to our customers are controlled by this platform, which is a software-defined networking platform.
Okay, you've got your one software platform.
Correct. Yeah. Our goal is to do two things. One, expand the reach of this platform. We are about 55-60% at 55-65% availability. That means our mega POPs have a pod, an SDN pod, and through that pod we can provide these services to the customers. So by 2020, our goal is to take that 60% services number to close to 90-95%, and availability to close to almost 100%. When and if the customer wants us, regardless of whose access they have, if they're close to our MPLS backbone, they should be able to hop onto our network and utilize all services.
Okay. It is a difficult transformation, and you've been at it for a while, but I'm curious, you're hiring in people with different skill sets than you're accustomed to. How do you know you're hiring the right people? How can you tell this is working?
You can, but you have to look at their skill set.
Okay.
And in the past, we used to look at what they've done in the past.
Right.
This is about skill set and their willingness to change and embrace change. So one of my motto in my organization is we are here to embrace change and initiate opportunity, and we have the courage to innovate and grow. If you can't do these three things, then you're probably not the right person for the team.
Okay. Right. I want to ask about the public cloud, the Amazons, Azures, those kinds of players. As all of this software-defined culture evolves inside of telcos, what do you see the telco relationship to the public cloud being? Do you become competitors? Do you become partners?
Yeah. At the forefront, we are a networking company.
Okay.
And our job is to connect our customers to any cloud, regardless of where it is, using our network.
Okay.
At the same time, we have a very good hybrid cloud offering, which allows the customers to keep stuff on-prem, off-prem, have a hybrid version, because customers are also going through change. Not a single customer would want to put all eggs in a single basket.
Okay.
They want to distribute their workloads within multiple clouds. They want us to provide that connectivity, and they want us to manage that SLA end-to-end. So last year we acquired a company, Elastic Box, and Elastic Box is a multi-cloud management platform And they have a software agent that is already pre-integrated into 16 cloud providers. And we have commercial partnerships with these providers, so our customers now have the ability to orchestrate their workload based on performance, based on price, based on availability. And they can define the criteria, and software takes care of moving their workloads. And then we are able to give them a single bill, a single view of utilization, regardless of where it's running, through a single pane of glass. That is something that doesn't exist. Now we are adding networking to the same platform. Okay. And that's the platform I just talked about at my talk.
All right. Yeah. So you have a tendril into some of these clouds in a sense. You have a reach into them. All right. Very briefly, how about open source? I'm wondering if open source out in the community is moving as fast as you'd like, and also just what you see out there that has proven useful so far.
Open source has been a blessing. But you have to be careful because it can also be a problem for you if you pick up the wrong code.
Okay.
For us, it's important because we are really changing our infrastructure. That requires a lot of change. We don't want to go build all software ourselves. At the same time, we don't want to go buy everything from a vendor. Then we'll be back to where we are.
Okay.
So we have a good balance of what we build, what we get from our partners, vendor partners. And when we build stuff, we usually go back and put it in the open source community and then take advantage of everybody finding flaws, improving the software, and pick it back up. And it's really helping us accelerate our edge compute deployment. That's one example. So for edge compute, in the past we would have gone to a company like VMware, bought ESX, vSphere, vDirector, or whatnot. Now we go to an OpenStack type model. Pick up what we need from open source community, build what we need to build. Now that is not the case for everything. I mean, our cloud, we are one of the biggest VMware partners anyway, so we'll continue to do that.
Okay.
But at the same time, for new stuff, we're trying to be more nimble and trying to use the community as much as we can.
Okay. Yeah. And I think you hit on one of the key things about open source is that you can't just rely on the community, you have to do some of it yourself. You have to be willing to move the community in that direction yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah, you have to be willing to put stuff back in and contribute to the community.
Yeah. Okay, great. Well, Amir, thanks very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Ray. Appreciate it.